The next question would be, as a musician used to working with people, I mean, in a real sense, a real organic sense, and then going to loops, how much did that improve your playing? Or if it didn't improve it, did you like playing with loops better because the timing was much tighter and much more consistent?
That's a good question. I think it's a little bit of both. First of all, as far as the timing and stuff like that, I'm always really been big on timing. Sometimes, especially if you're working with MIDI or something like that, or working with drum machines, it can sound a little mechanical. The loops certainly were studio recorded, so they had a little bit more of a live, a little more real feel to them. Of course, it all depends on how you lay them into the track and everything. But, having that loop experience there just allowed me to have that one time in my life where, well, I would do it again in other songs and other albums, but that one time in my life where I could actually make an album that I could truly call my own, and would show exactly where my musical head was at that particular moment. I also wanted to explore. I mean, I had some great players, but I had never had a fiddle player except for Mike Munden. Mike was the only guy that ever played violin on any of my songs. And I wanted to try and get a classical, traditional country fiddle on the song. Donnie Satterwhite played banjo on Delta Lady, but I wanted to work and find a banjo part that actually fit in that song. I had never played mandolin. I had anybody with mandolin play with me at that particular time. So, but I loved the sound of the mandolin, and the mandolin loops that I had gotten gave me a wide variety of things to work with, both single picking lead mandolin and also strumming mandolin, which both can be found in that particular cut. So it allowed me to have the freedom to explore those instruments. I mean, if somebody really wanted to show me that it's worthwhile or something, why don't you, come in and we'll jam on that song and play that song the way that I actually composed it. In other words, it'd be great I would love to sit back with a mandolin player and have them play those mandolin parts while I'm strumming along. Same thing with a fiddle player. But, the possibility of me actually having that all in one room, have all those players all in one room at one time, those kinds of situations are rare and sometimes never, ever present themselves. But it's something that I heard in my head and something I wanted to put down on as a recording. So loops gave me that freedom to do that. It's not that I didn't want to work with personnel. I love working with personnel. But also, when you're working with loops, you don't have I guess it's not a drawback. You don't have the logistics problem of getting everybody into a studio at a particular time. Your players are already there. All you have to do is put them together the way that you want, in a way that's not only musically sound, but is also entertaining as far as the performance is concerned. So that allowed me to actually create the music without having to worry about, okay, how long is it going to be before so-and-so can have the time? Because, people are busy, have the time to come into the studio and do it. And it was also a project that, since I was so removed from the performing side of life, and also from, I guess you could say just general communication with my buddies because of what life issues we were dealing with, it provided the perfect platform for me to keep creating, but also, to do it without any problems, or I guess you could say, not programming, but scheduling issues.
Okay. Again, great track. I mean, that was a good one.
That was a lot of fun.
I bet it sounded like it was a lot of fun. It really did.
I mean, I really love finding those pieces and putting them together.